What's up, Emily? Sup? We're about to react to this video, and apparently the cop is about to arrest an FBI agent, and so that's what I'm about to check out. Matt, you can hang out.
You're not giving me a break. You're harassing me at this point. I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
Where'd you get this? That's issue 2. Federal Bureau of Investigation badge?
I do feel like I'm being detained. Am I being detained?
Am I being detained? You're the one who called me here, so
Call 911. Call. I need medical attention right now. Unlock it.
hey, turn around, let me see your hands. Turn around, let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground.
That's crazy.
Get on the ground now.
Sir, go down, face down, on the ground.
Pull a gun?
Imagine being
On
a trained
what?
federal agent, only to find yourself on the wrong side of the law.
Bro, he said I'm a federal agent, had his hands up, and they pulled their guns. Whoa. That's where I'd stop.
Due to some questionable decisions made by some stupid local cops. Here are 5 real-world examples of situations where
bleeding.
cops try to mess with FBI agents. Stories that will leave you not only stunned, but also wondering about the state of law enforcement we have today. But first, please hit the like button, as YouTube is not a fan of these kind of videos.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry about ads. Let me change that. Not on the
Now,
right account.
Let's get started. Kicking off today's episode is this rather hilarious but sad video of 2 cops in Rochester, Minnesota, approaching a South Sudanese man claiming he looked like a suspect they have been searching for. But they were unaware of what fate had in store for them, and the situation took a sudden 180 when they realized the man was an
Am I bleeding
undercover
down?
FBI agent.
I don't think so.
Let's take a look at how the complete situation unfolded.
You're racial first.
I was about to say, it sounds racist as shit.
That I'm not. Get out of my face, man. You guys are harassing me.
Yeah,
Yes, you guys are. Hey, you're harassing me. Yes, you are. No. He's harassing me. Why are you harassing me? You're assuming I'm someone I'm not. Okay, if you're not, then... No. You're not free to go. Okay. Am I being detained? Yeah, you are. For what?
Because I think you think.
That's
That's crazy. You can't just do it off, I think. What's the description? I'll say that's the most racist shit I've ever seen. Well, not ever, but like that's the most racist shit, dude. You can't, oh, you look like the person. What's your description? It's probably just a black male and you're being the racist cop you are. That's ridiculous.
I'm not. For what? I don't have a warrant.
Yeah, he don't got one.
You're very wrong.
Let me get this straight. So, our 2 wise cops here think that the guy is a suspect because he just happens to look like someone who committed a crime. A hunch, you could say. Not to mention the fact that the guy seemed pretty confident that the cops had him wrong and went even a step further, accusing the overzealous cops of racially profiling.
Yeah, that's what I'd say, because
What makes it even
he
more
sounds like he
shocking
don't
is
got
that These
shit.
dum-dums also believe that that's enough to detain him. Don't these guys know anything about the law?
Exactly.
Remember,
What's
the
that?
law requires cops to have reasonable suspicion that someone has committed a crime. And oh look, what do we have here?
No,
Must be based on more than a hunch.
more
What this
than,
means
oh
is
my
anything
god.
These cops
They have no idea. They haven't said a single word on what their suspect they're looking for looks like. They, like, I don't know. They're doing an awful job, and like it's crazy to think that these cops are around everywhere, because how many videos are like this, or how many videos I've seen of white cops being so put off by, well, just being racist. It's ridiculous.
did from here on was way beyond legal
I'll quit
and
pausing,
was
it's a long video.
unconstitutional.
I don't have a warrant. You're very wrong. No, you are wrong. What do you mean if you're wrong? You're wrong. You're wrong.
All right, this is the second time I'm hearing this from the
Yeah, that's
officer.
ridiculous.
If I am wrong, I am wrong?
Then
Think
what is that
about it.
supposed to
It's
mean?
one frightening statement. That's both
That means he literally says, it means, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That means it don't matter. You're still coming with me either way. That's ridiculous. And, dude, I feel like you should be able to sue a cop, the police department, or what, off of them just putting their hands on you like that for no reason. And then once if this guy is an FBI agent and that comes back, like, that cop needs to lose his job, but I know it's so corrupt in there.
unprofessional and dangerous at the same time. If officers start throwing such excuses and logic in situations like these, you can only imagine
Exactly.
what they would do if the stakes were
It's
high.
ridiculous.
This could
Embarrassing.
easily turn out to be a nightmare for someone, if you ask me.
Awful. Heavy chat.
For what? She told me for what? For what? I'm under arrest. No. If you got the wrong guy, I'm suing all you guys. Let me get your card. Can I get your card? Okay. I'm not standing up. Listen, I'm not under arrest. I don't have a warrant. I don't have.
Unfortunately for the cops, the encounter was filmed on a cell phone camera, and we can see how the man repeatedly kept calling them out on their mistake and pointed out that they didn't have a warrant to arrest them.
Where's the body camera? Where's the body camera footage? What?
Something these cops should have known already. But then, things quickly escalated when one of the officers tried to grab him.
He got the wrong guy, I'm telling you.
Several voices can be heard in the background, and it seems like they know the man and are telling the officers that they made a big
Yeah, this
mistake
is
and they got the
outrageous. It
wrong
makes
guy.
me so mad. Like, I just want to be in a room with one of those cops and whoop his ass.
Take the cuffs off. You guys really had nothing else to go to college for but be a cop and harass me? To assume I'm somebody I'm not? I get in my back pocket.
After the arrest, thinking it was a run-of-the-mill situation, this officer finally decided to follow up on the guy's request to check his ID.
You guys watch how funny this is.
Little does he know, he's in for a shock.
Oh, what does that say? What does that say? Oh!
Wrong guy.
Oh!
Wrong guy.
Oh my god!
Turns out, the person in cuffs is not just any suspect. No, it's an
Yes, chat. That's what we like. Yes, chat. Oh my god, I love it. That's exactly how I probably do. I mean, oh, what does that say? Read it out loud for the class. Oh my
FBI
god.
agent, right here in the middle of a local law enforcement activity, and these cops are in big
What does it
trouble.
say? What does
You
it
can
say?
only imagine the cop's expression, utter shock. It's
Ugh, it
every
makes
day
me
you
so mad. I
arrest
wanna-
someone, and they flash an FBI badge in your face. Just notice how this arrogant cop shifts from constantly establishing direct eye contact with the supposed suspect to avoiding any eye contact entirely after inspecting
Embarrassed
the ID.
mother. Oh, I hate
Get
him.
off me, dude. Get off me, dude.
Bro, you dumb.
I need your card. I need your supervisor over here. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
The agent goes on to reasonably explain the whole situation to the supervisor, who clearly looks uneasy at this point and is desperately looking for the nearest exit.
Sir, can you please tell me, are you the supervisor? These guys are listening for my release. They assume I'm someone that I'm not. I told them I'm not who they think I am. And they said, no, you are. I'm positive you are.
But as soon as the agent demands their IDs, he showed his true colors.
I need their cards. I need your card. I need your card. I need your card. No. Yes, I request your supervisor. Why is that?
Bro, that's fucked up. You know, these are the people.
Yes, I'm the people that serve us. So,
That's because they're corrupt as
I would like,
fuck.
okay, I would like your card. Yep. And I'm just following the sport, but you, and you.
Instead of owning up to his men's mistake, as he should have, the supervisor chose to defend their actions, giving flimsy reasons for the whole screw-up. Get them in, Sarge, will you? But seeing he had
Put. Oh my god, that makes me so mad. They better get fired. They better not get their job back. Put your FBI agent license in his face and say you are gonna do some. You're gonna get some crazy. Oh my god, dude. I couldn't imagine, dude.
no choice but to obey the agent's demand, the IDs came out. First the supervisor, and then the two geniuses who started this whole fiasco.
Is that how you guys work nowadays? You assume someone is someone and that's it? That's all you guys need? Yeah? Oh my god, what is American game?
Guilty and cocky. It's a hell of a dangerous combination, folks. It's cops like these who sully the good name of the entire law enforcement agencies. Instead of admitting his fault, which he should have rightfully done, all we see here is a man who doesn't have an ounce of regret.
Exactly. Oh my
Officer.
god, he
But then
better.
again, what can we expect when you're led by such
Oh
supervisors?
my god.
I will make a complaint.
If he does not get sued, if they do not get sued, if they do not get fired, bro.
All three of you guys. Do your job better.
So if you want to make a complaint, you go make it.
I will make a complaint.
All right.
See what I'm talking about? All I can say is that the entire event was nothing but a poor show of unprofessionalism and a lack of A, B, and C's of basic law knowledge shown by these foolish cops. As far as silver linings go, at least no one got harmed in this case, which is more than I can say for this FBI agent.
That
here.
makes me so mad, bro.
I am now, because I don't know how legit you are at the moment.
It's okay. Special Agent Hammond. The FBI.
Okay.
You got that on body cam?
I do, but I don't understand what the problem is with you meet me at the office.
I'll talk to the U.S. Attorney's Office about it. You can cut off the recording device now.
Okay, well, I will when I leave the area, sir.
You might question why this FBI agent is asking the officer to cut off the recording device. Something doesn't add up here. Red flags for the FBI agent, right? Well, the answer is our Special Agent Hatton was actually investigating police corruption in the Franklin County Police Department. And as a part of this undercover operation, he asked the officer in the video, Mr. Rolf Gordon, to meet him at a random parking lot, perhaps to ask some questions related to the case. However, the officer didn't like the fact that the agent called his personal phone number instead of taking things through his office and grew skeptical of him despite the agent's disclosure of his credentials.
Hey, TJ, this guy is telling me to turn my body camera off and telling me he's going to contact other people to get involved with this. Get his tag number real quick. He's got a radio and he's got credentials. Franklin, does that come back to any government agency?
It just advises Advanced Wiring Company.
Do you work for a wiring company?
Further.
It's a covert vehicle, sir.
Did he seriously think it would? Of course, it's a covert vehicle. What kind of undercover FBI agent would drive in an FBI registered vehicle?
I do feel like I'm being detained. Am I being detained?
Am I being detained? You're the one who called me here, sir. How did you get my phone number?
I can't give you that.
That's a pretty dumb thing to ask from an FBI agent. Hey, if an FBI agent is investigating you, rest assured he knows your number, your address, your affairs, your wife's affairs. Hell, he might even know your breakfast, lunch, and dinner patterns, including what types of boxers you like to wear. It's also important to note here that Agent Hatton had valid reasons for seeking such an informal meeting with Deputy Gordon, as revealed later in the interaction when Agent Hatton subtly hints at his potential involvement in a more extensive inquiry into the sheriff's office that goes beyond the scope of the deputy's citation while conversing with his supervisor.
I dare you to
What
let
do y'all
me
think?
build you a completely free
Hold on.
e-commerce store.
What do you think? I don't know. It is very confusing, and like if he asked me to meet, I'd be scared if he asked me to meet him there, and I didn't know him. He asked for my phone number, all that stuff. I would be concerned and spooked. And then if he said turn my body camera off, I would be even more concerned because I don't want to like somebody to sneak me and like somebody maybe paid an assassin to hurt me. Like this is like red flags and it's scary. But at the same time, the FBI agent has done nothing wrong. And for all we know, well, I mean, he's investigating corrupt cops in the system. So, like, I mean, I don't want to diss him for that. And for all we know, the cop talking is corrupt. I don't know.
It's Franklin County this morning, so you have to call the sheriff to let him know that his deputies have been stopped here and are holding him. He's going to ask why. You're not going to be able to tell.
The plot thickens.
Mm.
Anyway, the officer later goes on to detain him, giving sloppy reasons like, "Oh, I don't trust you being an FBI agent.
What?
And you are being uncooperative." When in truth, he was the one who denied checking the agent's registration.
Hey, you are detained at this time, sir. Hey, I don't think this guy's legit, man. But you're being very uncooperative with me.
How?
You
What did he
asked
not
me to
do?
come up here. You called my personal cell phone number. You can't tell me how. You
It's
got
called
it.
be an
Your book was
FBI
about the
agent.
wiring
What?
company, not the
It's
FBI.
a covert vehicle.
Okay. You
Dude,
get
would you
mad.
like to see some registration?
You get mad at me
Would you-
because I turned
would
my
you
body
like to-
camera on,
Would you like to see some registration?
and you know a lot of stuff about me.
Would you like to see the registration, sir?
I don't really want anything from you at this point. My supervisor's on the way.
Excellent.
Uncooperative?
Yeah,
Really?
what did he not do?
First, do your job as an officer.
And check the
As the
registration.
dilemma continued, Agent hadn't even showed his license and his badge for the second time to Officer Gordon. But somehow, Gordon remained unconvinced. Eventually, multiple supervisory officers arrived on the scene, but they were even worse than Officer Gordon
Oh my
and decided to
God.
arrest him and put him in the back of the patrol car. Not only this, they even decided to not roll down the windows or turn on the AC, and given the hot day in Florida, it was only inevitable that things didn't go well for Agent Hatton.
Yes, sir.
There, brother.
Okay.
Suffering.
All right. I'm turning it on right now.
Open the door. I can't breathe.
Sir, I can't open the door. You're being detained right now.
As time passed, the agent started complaining, and in spite of his repeated plea, the cop continued to ignore him.
You're burning me up, brother.
I had the defroster on.
No, you didn't. Brother, I need air. God almighty.
All of a sudden, they receive a phone call that should put the entire event to rest.
Ridiculous. Shouldn't happen.
He is legit. 10-14. All right. That's what I'm doing right now.
Here we go. All the proof you need in the world.
I
However,
hate cops.
even after this, the officer chooses to retain the agent inside the patrol vehicle, despite receiving explicit confirmation that he is, indeed, an FBI agent.
And so why
Instead
leave him
of
in there?
promptly following the given instructions to release him, the officers continue conversing about the situation. All the while, the agent pleads for his release. It is only after an additional 3 minutes of entirely unnecessary conversation that the agent is finally allowed to exit the vehicle. But sadly, the damage was done.
Call 911. Call. I need medical attention right now. I love you.
Call 911.
Call 911.
We're releasing you right
No,
now,
call
sir.
911 now. Call 911. I need
30.
After a further 10 minutes, the medics finally arrived and the cop explained the whole situation and said that the man complained about shortness of breath and vision loss.
Started complaining of shortness of breath, vision loss.
In the hours after Hatton was released,
makes me
FBI
so
agents
mad.
in brass descended on Apalachicola, meeting with Gordon and the sheriff to find out what happened and why. Both agencies later decided to put the incident in the rearview mirror, followed by Sheriff Smith's promise, and I quote that, "Both our agencies work together a lot better." Smith also agreed to the fact they needed more training. But honestly,
That's
training or
crazy.
no
What?
training, that's no way to treat someone, let alone a fellow law enforcer. It's a great example.
He said we work better together, but then you go and screw this up, and then like after saying we work better together, you say, but we need more training. It sounds like y'all don't work good at all, is what it sounds like. It seems like you need some work.
Of ego and how ego gets in the way of common sense. It also shows how sometimes police can take literally anything you say or do and turn it against you. Oh, and if you don't say anything, you're being uncooperative, and that's also grounds for suspicion. Fortunately, despite what can only be characterized as disrespect and negligence from the officers, the agent did not sustain any significant injuries. However, the same cannot be said for ATF agent Burke.
It makes
He
me
was
so
subjected to
mad.
such mistreatment by the police that he found it necessary to file a lawsuit against them.
I would have
On July
filed a
7th,
lawsuit in the
2020, Agent
first
James
one,
Burke,
bro.
a 16-year veteran of the
The
ATF,
racist
was
shit
dispatched
isn't
to
like
a home on the
too much now.
3300
It shouldn't even be
block
happened
of
by
Edgebrook Drive near
government
Dublin,
officials.
Ohio, to confiscate a shotgun from a resident who was not permitted to have a firearm.
Wait, what's
August
happening?
4th, 2020. Agent James Burke, a 16-year veteran of the ATF, was dispatched to a home on the 3300 block of Edgebrook Drive near Dublin, Ohio, to confiscate a shotgun from a resident who was not permitted to have a firearm.
I've never
But
heard of that
instead
before.
of letting him in, they closed the door in his face and called 911, reading Burke's badge number to the dispatcher. In Burke's mind, it was no big deal as he was frequently used to this verification process.
What?
What happened next was not only shocking to Burke, but to anyone who's watching this video.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your
I'm
hands.
so confused.
Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground. Get on
Whoa.
the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now.
Why?
Federal agent.
Sensing extreme aggression from the officer, Burke outright refuses to follow his orders to drop to the ground, seemingly determined to challenge the police's authority to frisk him for weapons. I'm a federal agent. I don't need to obey orders from the local police, he must have thought.
Well, not
But
even
if that
that,
were
but
the
like,
case, it would mean that any criminal could easily lie and say they're a federal agent to avoid doing what the police say. Even if Burke didn't seem dangerous, he should have just done what the police told him politely, so they could quickly understand what was.
I think yes, after you say, I'm a federal agent, why is your gun drawn? Because they have no reason to have. What is the reason for the gun being drawn, bro? But I mean, I do agree that eventually you need to get on the ground so you don't get shot or get a charge. But like, like if that's how it works with the FBI. But like, I don't know. This makes me so mad.
It's happening. Naturally, things escalated.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward. You didn't ask for it. Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
He just said you didn't ask for it in the cop
I'm
zone.
not overreacting.
Well, get on the ground.
Someone's impersonating a police officer out here and doesn't have ID. No kidding, because she doesn't want to open it. Okay, get on the ground so I can find out who you are. It ain't happening. Okay, fine. Fine. Do you think I'm a police officer or something? What the heck's the matter with you? Who do you think you are? Get on the ground. I'm not getting out. I got my ID. Do not reach for your waist.
Despite Burke's best efforts to prove his identity to the officer continued to remain hostile and keep his gun drawn.
Ridiculous.
Once the second officer arrived, the situation took a turn for the worse for Burke.
Sir! Don't argue! Face down! On the ground! Face down! Now!
What is
Running
this?
out of corners, he had no choice but to comply with the officer's demands. The officers kept their firearms drawn at Burke for over 90 seconds before they very aggressively placed him under arrest.
All the way. You got my IDs right here, left pocket. Left pocket. And we're going to put your arm on your back. Wait a second.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
You're acting like a moron.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. No, don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my license out of my pocket.
We're getting you secured first.
Please, wait. No. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. I'm not. Stop resisting. Would you please get my ID out of my left pocket?
Stop
I'm
resisting.
You. My wife, please. Stop here. Please get it.
I got one cuff on. Get your cuff.
Just hold me up. Sir, I can't do this. Sir,
Stop resisting now.
please help me.
But wait, the show isn't over yet. Apart from the uncanny aggression,
That's awful.
these cops left no stone unturned in bullying Burke. During the forceful arrest, they repeatedly used a taser on him despite him being face down on the ground and not putting up any resistance.
Please,
Joe, get your taser out. My taser. Get your taser out, Joe.
No, don't do that, please.
Don't make me tase you.
Look at your tape. Ow, don't do that. Okay.
Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
It is tough.
Get him cuffed.
In pain, Burke continued to tell the officers that he was a legit ATF agent out on a case and his ID was in his pocket. Regardless of the confirmation, the officer continued with the arrest and put him in the back of the patrol vehicle.
Why would you make us do this?
I didn't want you to. I wanted that. Wait.
No, you knew what you were doing.
Sir, calm down.
Relax.
Sir, hey, guys, please, just talk to me for 1 second, please.
Get in the car.
No,
We'll
wait.
talk later.
Sir, wait.
You had your chance.
No, I was trying to give you my creds. You didn't let me show them to
Never
you.
once tried.
I did.
Get in the car.
Wait.
Now.
Have a seat. Please, wait, I gotta breathe. Okay, sir, let me breathe. Sit down and breathe. Let me breathe. I have a medical condition.
We're gonna get air to you. Get your legs in. Get your legs in. We're closing this door.
The cops then forced Burke into the vehicle, ignoring all his pleas and explanations regarding his medical condition.
I need air. Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an ambulance. Okay.
You're an idiot. For crying out loud, you're a cop. You have it.
No, wait, I can't. You're fucking my head up. The seatbelt's in place. Please.
Why would you act like this?
I didn't act anyway.
If you are a real police officer, you ought to be ashamed of
I
yourself.
was trying to give you my creds.
After about an hour, Burke was released without any charges. Later, Burke decided to file a civil lawsuit.
I would
against the
too.
Columbus
They
Police
don't
Department
deserve
and the two officers
to be
involved
cops.
in the incident, accusing them of use of excessive force and unlawful arrest. It was also reported that the trauma had such an impact on Burke on both physical and psychological levels that he has since moved to an administrative role within the ATF instead of field work. Our thoughts on the matter?
That pisses me
Well,
off.
as evident from the footage, without a shadow of a doubt, the officer's behavior is anything but constitutional in this case, and screams of aggression. But to give them a little benefit of the doubt, honestly, both parties involved are guilty to some extent, and Burke
For
could
what?
have easily handled the entire altercation.
Why does
much
he have
more
to get on the
maturely
ground?
by just agreeing to just surrender peacefully in the first place.
Why does he have to
For
get on the
sure,
ground?
A lot of drama could have been avoided. Don't you agree?
He did nothing wrong.
Speaking of drama, Get ready for the next one.
Cop's
as it's
fault.
full of
We
it.
should not have to bend
Though
for
the
our
man
government.
volunteer is not from the FBI, but does have an excellent understanding of the law and is here to show how foolish
what?
and FBI, but does have an X full of it. Though the man and volunteer is not from the FBI, but does have an excellent understanding of the law and is here to show how foolish and corrupt these cops can be.
Interesting.
Mac Proctor, this guy, was parked in a private parking lot, patiently waiting for his takeout order while he is also on his delivery driver shift. Although his vehicle wasn't in an official parking spot, it wasn't obstructing traffic flow, and Mac had briefly left it unattended for about 2 minutes in order to pick up his food. Upon returning to his vehicle, a police officer approached him and claimed he was breaking parking regulations.
All right, Mr. Proctor. That is the last name. Everything okay?
Do I need to answer any of your
You don't have
questions?
to answer anything.
Okay,
You don't have to. I could stand here all day. I get paid either way.
Can you go ahead and finish your job
Sam,
so I can carry on?
what's it with the anger, dude?
I'm not angry.
You're not angry? You always talk to everybody like that?
I'm not angry.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to go ahead and wrap things up, please.
Oh, okay.
It seems like this officer named Diego Hernandez is getting a kick out of the situation and just simply wants to flex his power. It is true that in most cases involving cops, citizens get intimidated and reel back, giving a psychological upper hand to cops, with this cop thinking they have all the power in the world and are in complete control of the situation. So it's no surprise that Hernandez here was taken aback by Mac's composure and his intelligent know-how of the related law. Mac knows that he has the absolute right to remain silent in response to the officer's inquiries, especially those that have no relevance to any criminal proceedings.
All right, well, we'll give you a break on it, but you know what I'm saying? This isn't a parking spot, okay, dude?
You're not giving me a break. You're harassing me at
I'm
this
harassing
point.
you because
I'd
you're
like to
parked here?
leave. May I leave now, please?
Well, do you understand?
Am
why
I being
stopped?
detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right? So do you understand why I stopped you?
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay? But then again, I could do this all day, too.
Hernandez sure has a lot of time on his hands if he's willing to do this all day. Hey, Mr. Serve and Protect, don't you have bigger priorities like actually stopping people from committing a crime? Well, this proves that we judged him correctly. He does like to flex his power and bully people.
I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
Mr. Proctor, would you like to leave?
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
No.
Didn't he say a while back that he was detaining Mac? Jesus Christ, make up your mind already, officer.
I'm not the one that's acting this way, okay? I'm just asking you to do, I'm trying to give you a break here, all right?
I'd prefer you just write me the parking ticket and let me go.
Right, okay, okay.
Hernandez proceeds to complete the process, but comes back again giving excuses like they have to wait for another guy to come and write the ticket. Having nothing else better to do, the officer tried to have one final crack at Mac.
Hopefully I'm not keeping you from anything, am I? I don't like talking. Is everything okay? Is there any other issues or anything going on that I should know of?
Do I need to answer your questions?
You don't have to answer anything. I'm concerned about your well-being. Is there something wrong?
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
Well, if there's something wrong, it would be nice, yeah.
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
You don't have to talk to me. I'm just saying. I'm just concerned about your well-being. That's all I'm saying. Usually we don't get people hostile.
I've not been hostile.
Okay. Oh, usually we don't get people wanting a ticket. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through all this. I could be having my lunch right now. And you too.
I have to really give to Mac for displaying such calm and collected demeanor, while Officer Hernandez bombarded him with all those irritating and nonsensical questions.
Hey, Mr. Proctor, can I just give you your stuff so you can leave?
Can you?
I can, but you're the one. I would have let you go a long time ago.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I
I'll
can
give it
leave?
to you right now. I just want to know that you're okay, because usually I don't get people.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can be on my way?
You're okay.
I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Hey, there we go again. Jesus Christ.
Now, this is a guy seriously getting on my nerves. What is he, 12?
I'm trying to say that.
You're trying to display your power to me right
No,
now.
I'm concerned about it. Is there a problem to be concerned about another human being?
You have no reason to be concerned about me.
So it's okay then. You're okay then.
You can hand me my documents
Your
and I can be on my
license
way,
is valid, your
or
insurance
we
is
can.
fine. Okay. So if I hand you your stuff, you'll be fine and taken off, and you're not angry, right?
the ever-wise Mac. Realizing he is not going to win this battle of wits or the law, the officer had no option but to let him go.
But I'm gonna take a chance on you, right here. Mr. Proctor, your rally, everything's cool, alright? We're blocking traffic here, your stuff. Alright, hopefully you have a good day. Everything works out for you, alright?
Am I free to leave now?
Yes, you are.
Could you please step away from the vehicle?
Yes, I will. You have a good day.
Mac was eventually allowed to go without any further problems. However, this
What was the point of the other cop asking if he's okay for like 10 minutes and like generally just having him sit there for a while? He did nothing. Like, I'm really curious to see if he like tries to like sue him or do something about harassment, because that's I feel like that's harassment.
whole incident raises some concerning questions. Why did he encounter additional issues just for exercising the Fifth Amendment? Moreover, it's quite strange that this interaction occurred at all. If Officer Hernandez had noticed Mac's vehicle obstructing traffic, wouldn't it be a wiser thing to just request him to move it out of the way?
That and
But
get him
no,
out of there.
He had to show his authority and had to bully him.
And stood there
Kudos to
for
Mac not entertaining
ever.
him and showing him the doors as he rightfully deserved. Not to mention the fact that this whole incident just proves to all of us how important it is to know about the law and handle such situations if you ever land in one. How important is it? Let's find out in the next
I've
case
seen
where a
this one.
bunch of cops arrested an ex-FBI security contractor solely for the reason that he just didn't know the law enough.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right.
What's up?
Deputy Turner with the Sheriff's Office. The reason I'm stopping you is your plate's obstructed. Whatever that thing's got, you got to take it off, okay?
Okay.
It's got to be visible within a certain distance. When you went to driving school and a cop pulls you over, what they tell you?
No, you pull over when it's safe to do.
No, you pull over immediately. Okay? Let me tell you that. Now, you pull over immediately.
Sure.
Because I don't know what you're doing inside this car. Hiding guns. You know what I mean? Officer safety is number one.
Kinda ironic when he mentions things like safety and pullover protocols when the cop himself has no idea about the law and is lying.
Yeah,
right
what
off
is he
the
just
bat.
saying? He's
You see,
just talking
there's no
out his
strict
ass.
requirement to pull over immediately for various reasons, including traffic obstruction and safety concerns. It's advisable to pull over as soon as it's safe to do so,
Exactly.
prioritizing safety above all else.
And see, the guy in the car
Also,
knew it. He
if
just
you find
like
yourself
didn't
in
know
an
it
area that feels
confidently.
unsafe or
And the
you're
cop just
unsure whether the
confidently
vehicle
said some
behind you
bull
is a
crap.
genuine police car, you can activate your hazard lights and drive cautiously to a secure, well-lit, and populated area. Imagine
Okay,
slamming the
that
brakes
makes sense.
right in the
Caution
middle of
lights.
traffic, or getting robbed, or worse, assaulted by fake cops near a dark alley.
Dude.
Something a cop should be well educated on before he starts throwing
Yeah,
this
because he does.
information.
Because for some reason,
But this is not the end.
there's a theme. Cops don't seem to give a shit about how the people are thinking and how the people take things, or what they even like. They go on scene worried about themselves and getting their job done. They're not worried about outside factors, it seems like, whatsoever.
End of the cops' lies.
So who are you?
Former NDOC, and I used to work security at Harris.
Oh, okay.
I'm a contractor.
Okay. Do you have insurance on this thing?
My partner, huh?
Do you have insurance on this thing?
Yeah.
Your partner or what?
Now my partner called me. I'm a contractor at Southwest Gas.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta go over there and get him logged into his computer.
No guns inside the car?
Nah, no phone.
Okay.
Fast forward to a few standard questions. The cop begins to ask more targeted and detailed questions, attempting to discover evidence or information that could potentially incriminate the guy.
Why?
What do you got right there up front?
I got a sign. I contract security.
You contract
So some of the work that requires to have a sign.
Turn it on?
Why are you taking the lights off of there?
Yeah, I do contract work, so I have to have lights on this vehicle for some of the work.
They shouldn't be that color.
Yeah, it should be red and white, brother.
Yeah, it depends on who you're contracting with. If you contract with law enforcement agencies, it's different.
Which agencies do you contract with?
The various ones. DOJ.
Name some. DOJ? So you have a contract?
DHS. I've worked for DHS, yeah.
Okay, so do you have a government ID?
I have a contractor ID.
Where's that?
It's in my, it's fine.
Ready for the big moment?
Yeah.
Where'd you get this?
That's what she
You did?
Federal Bureau of Investigation badge?
Now the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, you
The officers
stupid
were shocked to
cops.
find
Oh my
out who he
God.
was. However, this doesn't prevent them from going too far and exceeding their authority by
After
searching
that-
the agent without obtaining his consent.
I'm gonna read you your rights too, okay? Because you're handcuffed, you know what I mean? So I feel more comfortable that way.
But then, the police officer begins an unwarranted search of the agent's
Yeah,
body
what?
and vehicle without any request or permission,
No consent.
violating the agent's Fourth Amendment rights, which safeguard against unjustified searches and seizures, an act both illegal and unconstitutional.
No guns, right? Yeah. Inside the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, because, like I said, man, too, just money back in, so I put it in the bag, okay? So the reason that you're in cuffs, okay? Unless you're a sworn officer.
I know what the matter is.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have red and blues, right? Because then you could easily impersonate
Red.
a police officer.
Sure.
So who issued this to you?
My former employer.
Your former employer? So you used to work for the FBI at one point?
I've contracted with the Department of Justice and the FBI.
These officers are obviously displeased that the agent has a response for every question.
Because
So
the
instead,
cops are,
officer
oh
starts
my
to ask
god, I
questions
can't
he knows
stand
the
them.
man cannot answer, aiming to create a situation that might incriminate him.
Since you got the badge, where's your creds at? Where's your federal creds at?
Once more, it's crucial to emphasize that the officer's concern is primarily with the lights on the agent's car. They do not, and I repeat, do not possess the legal authority to conduct a search of an agent's person in this situation. Therefore, going into his pockets is entirely unjustified and downright illegal. Considering the
I
whole
hope he
light
sues
deal,
them.
things do seem a little shady. As the incident happened in Nevada, it's essential to note that it's against the law for a civilian to use red and blue emergency lights on their vehicle.
He's
However,
not a civilian.
This man never activated them. And when he did, it was during his official duties as a contractor with a law
Exactly.
enforcement agency. Besides, the guy never said he was in the FBI. All he said was he worked part-time in the FBI, so he was far from impersonating a federal agent. The matter was further escalated when a bunch of senior ranking officials showed up who surprisingly turned out to be bigger fools than the two cops and decided to turn the car upside down looking for any signs of evidence.
Oh my god, I hate
Who
that.
knows what the
Better
cops
get
found?
sued right now. They
Or
better get
planted.
sued immediately.
All the more reason for you upstanding people to be aware of your rights and the civil laws that protect you.
Does he not do anything? Does he just
someone
go
did
through
say
this and
that
leave?
A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with the first step. So what are you waiting for? Just hit subscribe and we will catch you in the next one.
That's ridiculous, chat. That actually kind of makes me mad. But I don't know, like,
GMC
why? I didn't do that. Okay, let me see. That last one really made me mad because he literally had credentials, which is the badge, and then they literally, okay, credentials, let me think. He had badge, he had a ID with one of his former employers, he had a perfect story, there was nothing wrong. If they had no reason to search, no reason to not believe him, they did not consent for a search, and they didn't ask for a supervisor, they didn't ask for a supervisor because they didn't know what they were doing and they were just talking bullcrap. So, yeah, he didn't know the law, the cops didn't, so, and the dude was like, I don't know, cops are awful, cops are shitty. Props to dude for not freaking out or making it go crazy like one of the other guys we just saw, but I don't know, cops need to work on themselves, dude. Alright, but I think that's going to be the end of the stream today. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching this video. If you do enjoy it, come check me out on Twitch. Go if you're seeing this on YouTube, like, subscribe, check me out on Twitch when you get the chance. Hope y'all have an amazing day. Hit that follow button. Go check me out on TikTok. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Goodbye.